needed complete isolation. His family's giving him 12 days off. He has not seen them for 6, and they won't be back until another 6. Has there ever been anybody this dedicated in your life?
Well, I mean, one could argue I'm talking to him because I feel like Tom is taken out of your playbook. If I'm not mistaken, about half of the football weekends a year, you tell your wife, go to one of our many other properties. I need this whole thing to myself. I talk to you almost every Sunday. I'm like, where's Ann? You're like, oh, no, she left. I had to drill down on these takes. But it is, here's what I'll give Brady massive credit for. The guys who have done it incredibly long periods of time in other sports, near the end of their run, while I don't think their dedication wanes, they show some outside interest.
Not Tom Brady.
Janet Collins stealing your takes.
Focus. Yeah,
Janet
I saw
Collins
that.
stealing your
I saw
takes.
you stealing my. Yeah, but I only have one home. He's got 12, so the joke wouldn't have worked with me.
Yeah.
Time for Super Bowl
better.
superlatives. Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs with a shot to become the 8th team to repeat as champs. I'm sure, Nick, you told him it was my take. Oh, no, you probably forgot. Let's talk individuals.
Oh.
Brandon, the player most likely to break a Super Bowl record is blank.
Yeah, I had to put a lot of thought into this one, and then it hit me. It's like, it's Tom Brady. Tom Brady, anything he does in this game is going to be a record. He's like the oldest guy to play in the Super Bowl. So he completes one pass, throws one touchdown, a 2-minute drive, comeback. Anything he does is going to be a record. The guy is 43 years of age in the Super Bowl, another Super Bowl. Tom Brady.
All right, I'm really mad right now because not only is Brandon absolutely right, but it's such a right answer, I feel like we should scrap the question. God dog it, he's right, because Brady already has most of these records. So for certainly career Super Bowl, so every time he gets 1 yard, it's the new record. So I'm gonna go single game record, and I'm gonna give a more precise answer. Tyreek Hill for yards from scrimmage. So the record for receiving yards in a Super Bowl is 205 by Jerry Rice. The record for yards from scrimmage in a Super Bowl is 220 by Jerry Rice. So if Tyreek gets loose in the receiving game, has about 160, 170 receiving, and then gets one end around that he takes to the house, he could have a 225 yard from scrimmage game. So I think that is, of the options
Double
I have,
all day.
that's the best one. But Brandon's answer was the smart answer. I'm really annoyed by that. I'm really annoyed, Wilds.
I think it could be sacks. A lot of the records are out of reach, like 500 yards. It's weird stuff. Sacks is only 4. I feel like Frank Clark could get 4. He had 2 against Josh Allen last week or 2 weeks ago. Or Alex Okafor, who sacked Tom Brady. And check this out. This is a savvy move. The old shotgun of beer. Not only is it good for just celebration and team camaraderie, also big stage Super Bowl. You get a Miller Lite, Bud Light knocking on your door. You do the shotgun of beer ad. So think about it, Alex Okafor. Sack, blangle, bam.
Wilds, I will bet you have never done that in your life. You pour it into a glass
It's a bad
and you
bet.
drink it sophisticatedly. On to trick plays now. Andy Reid and the Chiefs, never afraid to mix one in. See what Andy and Bruce Arians have up their sleeves on Sunday. Brandon, the player most likely, though, to pull off a trick play is blank.
Yeah, look, when you guys go on vacation and you need somebody to house sit, you're going to give your keys to people you trust. So we're talking about Super Bowl 55. We're talking about the biggest moment that a football player can be in. So you're going to lean on guys that you trust. So when you look at the Kansas City Chiefs, you got a guy like Travis Kelce. And I had to dig deep for this one, go deep into the archives. I think he wants to make up for the mistakes he made back in the day. 2017, you called a trick play, you put it into one of your best players' hands, and look what he does, he throws a pick. So I got to go with Travis Kelce because he's just thinking about this every single day. Like, man, I threw the ball and I threw a pick. That's not what I want my legacy to be. So I'm going with Travis Kelce here.
It's a great answer, Brandon. And the Chiefs let Kelce throw the ball against the Bucs in Week 12. And he didn't throw a pick, but he threw an incompletion. But I'm going to go to the Bucs side of the ledger because The Chiefs probably aren't going to do many trick plays up a lot, but the Bucs trailing and flailing about probably will. So what do we see in all the Brady Super Bowls? A wide receiver throws the ball. But a wide receiver hasn't thrown the ball for Tampa in years. Why? Because they didn't have a wide receiver on the roster who used to play quarterback. Well, they do now. His name's Antonio Brown. So if AB plays, you know they love doing those wide receiver passes in New England. I feel like they're going to take it out of the New England playbook. Antonio Brown, a little end around, all of a sudden he's throwing to Scotty Too Hotty Miller down the field or Cameron Braid over the middle. So I'm going to say AB Wild.
Okay, I see you, but I raise you Tom Brady as a receiver. We know Tom Brady has an encyclopedic memory, and he's still worked up about the Brady Six, the 6 quarterbacks that were chosen before him.
Look at this.
I think the Philly special haunts him, and that's why we dialed this one up. Danny Amendola, Mr. Patriot Way, to Tom Brady, and he missed it. I think he goes to Bruce Arians like, Bruce, Philly special.
Stresses me
I
out.
missed this one. Have AB throw me one. Let me help my legacy out.
Is that a sub
That's what he
tweet?
needs, more help with his legacy. Let's talk some
No, it's not a
superstar
subtweet.
receivers
It's just
now.
Patriot Way.
Tyreek
Friend of the
Hill,
show.
Mike Evans, both shown they can take over a game this postseason. Brandon, buddy, the non-quarterback most likely to score multiple touchdowns is blank.
Yeah, I think this is a big moment for the Tampa Bay Bucs, and I think they can get it done. But they're going to have to lean on the run. So when you think about how their path to success looks like, it has to go through Leonard Fournette. Leonard Fournette is a guy who struggled catching the ball. But I'm telling you right now, I'm predicting that this dude catch around 10 balls. All right, and we talk about these little Texas routes, these little option routes. This dude can run seams out of the backfield. You can line him out there, and he can run sluggos. He can run slants. So I truly believe this dude's going to get it done, not only in midfield, but also in the tight red. This dude is the one that I'm picking that can have multiple touchdowns in multiple ways, whether it's through the air or it's on the ground.
I'm going to go a little more simple. Travis Kelce. Travis Kelce, in fact, not only do I think he can, I would bet Travis Kelce will have 2 touchdowns in this football game. He's unguardable for the way the Bucs are going to try to defend. They know they can't play man, so they have to play zone. That should neutralize Tyreek to a degree, but it makes Kelce absolutely unguardable. Travis Kelce's my answer, Wilds.
Okay, I'm going with Mike Evans. We know it's going to be a high-scoring game. Mike Evans is going to get a lot of targets. He's had 3 multi-score games this year. One of them was against Kansas City. And inside the red zone, the guy is deadly. If we can show the graphic, he's just crushing. Got 11 touchdowns right there with your guy, Travis Kelce. So I think Mike Evans. Big game.
All right, well, if it is a big game, it might be because this one turns into a shootout Sunday. Plenty of opportunities to show off a well-rehearsed touchdown celebration. Brandon, the player most likely to have the best TD celebration is blank.
Woo! Ooh, this was tough. You got Kelce, he knows how to dance. He knows all the TikTok moves, and he does it every single game. But I got to go with Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill, this is the wide receiver's dream, to be on the biggest stage, score a touchdown, and do whatever we can to get all of the attention. This is where we get the name Diva, because when we are on the biggest stage, we're going to do something insane. He is literally sitting at home right now thinking about, what can I do when I score a touchdown? So I'm going to go with Tyreek Hill. He's already done the backflip. He jumped in the stands and did the camera thing. So I'm excited to see what he does when they're down by 14 points and they finally score with 10 seconds to go.
Oh, wow. Wow. Chiefs shut out for 59 minutes, 50 seconds. Mark it down in the prediction book.
He better
I heard
not be
Brandon Marshall
dancing when
say
he's
that
losing.
right after he said 3 straight Super Bowls for the Bucs. Can't be rescinded, either one. All right. I might have some inside information on this.
Oh, yeah.
If
Put on
the
your news hat.
Chiefs score a rushing touchdown, especially if the game is in hand, what you might see is the player that scores the rushing touchdown go up to each and every offensive lineman and give them a fake half haircut. So I said the O-line. Why the half haircut? Because one of the Chiefs' offensive linemen, Austin Kilgore, he only got half a haircut because midway through the haircut, they're like, yo, the barber tested positive for COVID. Get the hell out of there. He saved the day for everyone. Mahomes was next in the chair. They think he's fine. So assuming everything goes well for Kansas City, expect, call it
What is
Daniel Kilgore, not Austin Kilgore, pardon me. Expect Clyde Edwards-Helaire to pantomime like Wilds loves those fake clippers and give guys half haircuts in the end zone. I'm just letting you know. That's what my sources tell me. They might have done at practice yesterday.
Who gave you this info?
It's not.
I can't. No, I don't
take.
reveal sources.
It's not a bad take.
I don't reveal sources.
Problem is, I feel like pantomiming a haircut like Brutus the Barber Beefcake necessitates you taking off your helmet, which would be a lot of penalties. I think it's hard to give a guy a haircut with a big helmet on. So I'm going to just go
That's why they got to be up at least
Tyreek
17.
Hill and Patrick Mahomes. Just like the regular season and Nick's career, Patrick Mahomes has put him on his back, carried him all the way. Don't worry, buddy. You can ride me to fame and fortune. My greatness. It's a good celebration. Patrick Mahomes and Tyreek Hill.
That's right. I'm good with
great.
that. Thank you, Patrick.